Hello and welcome back to another video. Today here again on Forza Horizon 4 to test out another brand new vehicle. So this week the new car is Mazda RX-3, which interestingly enough has not been in the Horizon game since Horizon 1, but is a regular occurrence in the Motorsport series. So you can see roughly all we had to do to get this. It's a 50% car, so it takes a little while. And then, yeah, obviously moving forward, we've got, I don't know if we have anything next week. Yes, we have the Mazda Cosmo next week. Then there is a week at some point without anything new, which is possibly winter, I think, this time around, which is rather unusual. Then we have the Celine S1 for spring. So yeah, finally an update without a new car in winter, which is kind of the month you should really be avoiding. But anyway, let's jump straight into the RX-3. Or the Savannah, as it's known in Japan. Here it is. So, RX-3, 110 horsepower, 1,000, well, with displacement 1,100, so it's a 1.1, nearly 1.2 engine, which was the bigger rotary engine. There was two, there was a 0.9, and, well, there were three. There was two 1.2s, effectively, but they're almost the same engine, they're just an update of each other. So anyway, 2,000 pounds, 110 horsepower, D-Class 365, let's hop straight into the car. So yeah, it's effectively the RX-3, or the Savannah as it was known in Japan. It's a rotary version of the Mazda Grand Familia, or 808 or 818, depending on where you are. So there were 4-cylinder models called Grand Familia 808 or 818, and then there were rotary engines called Savannah or RX-3. In this case, so yeah, this is the export model, not the Japan model. You can kind of tell that because the steering wheel's this side. But anyway, yeah, produced between 1971 and 1978. Funny little, well, quite an earlier rotary car. Obviously, we all know the RX-7. Bit of a rotary themed update because we're getting the Cosmo soon as well. But anyway, let's see what it's like completely stock before we go to the house to see what upgrades and customization are available. Hopefully there is a quad rotor swap, that's what I'm hoping for. But yeah, like I say, not been in a Horizon game since Horizon 1. So this is the first Xbox One generation Horizon game we've had the chance to drive this in, which is rather odd because it's been in Motorsport, well, it's been in the 3 previous Motorsport games, so it's been in all Motorsport games after its first appearance in Horizon 1, but never come back to Horizon for some reason. But anyway, here it is. And as you might expect, it's not that quick stock. It sounds very much like a rotary. Yeah, interestingly, apparently it was, for tax reasons in Japan, the rotary was actually cheaper to run. But yeah, obviously really cool. Mazda, obviously really well known for their various rotary engines. But it is a cool car. It's about time it came back to a Horizon game. Although, as with a lot of cars, if it's in all the Motorsport games, and if it's been in a Horizon game before, why was it not in here from launch? Is my only question. But anyway, let's go and do a quick upgrade. Maybe build it to B-Class or something. And then you can go and put a second sort of more mad tune on afterwards. So here we are back at the festival. Let's first quickly look at these. There'd better be a yes. I was kind of expecting there to be the quad rotor, which interestingly the car it's out of obviously isn't in this game. I think it's out of the 787B, isn't it? But yeah, you can put it in almost all RX Mazdas in this game, I believe, and also the limousine, the Cadillac limousine for some reason. But yeah, that's rather cool. We'll put that in for our second build. I think for the first one we'll keep the engine alone. The stock, I mean, leave it alone. Obviously you've got your usual all-wheel drive swap and a turbocharger. And what have we got in the way of aero? Forza thing. Ooh! Something that isn't a Forza thing, yes, we must use it if it's available. Oh. Let's put the non-tyre writing one. We've got rally, we've got drag. Have we got vintage, no. But there are quite a lot of options there. Oh, leave that alone. Do that. Maybe we'll just max out standard engine or something. I don't know, but we keep it fairly straightforward for the first one. Then, yeah, we'll do a maxed out quad rotor and see what that's like, because that's always kind of a bit mad. But yeah, I think effectively this was the rotary Mazda until the RX-7. I don't think there was a... There was an RX-4, I don't know if there was a 5 or 6. There must have been something that filled that gap. But anyway. Brakes, yes please, we might need those. Race springs, drop the suspension down a bit. That looks quite nice. I'll leave roll cage and weight reduction because I don't like putting those on. Yeah, I think we're going to end up just maximum upgrading this car. It's going to end up somewhere possibly into A class, I think. Just. Okay, okay. Okay, that's ended up being a bit faster than I had imagined, but right in the middle of A class is fine by me. We'll go and see what wonderful designs the brilliant Forza community have come up with before we test it out with this first very quick tune on it. Obviously, as always, I just kind of throw things on quickly to try and see what it's like. Right, what have we got? Ooh, we've got Mad Mike's car. Got an IMSA one. Some kind of cool liveries. It's the Advan livery off the Skyline or whatever. That's kind of cool. I think maybe we'll go with the sort of more street style thing. I'm going to check what default colours are available, actually. That's always quite interesting. Oh, wow. See, the good thing about 70s cars is you have, well, you have that, but you also have these sorts of colours, the really bright colours. Oh, that's cool. Maybe we'll put a racing one on when we do a quad rotor version. See, if there's a cool manufacturer colour like that, I'm using it. Right. Let's see how fast it is. So, we've now got 264 horsepower. And very bright green paintwork. Oh, it's slidey. Not surprised how much power with... Well, it has got race tyres at full width, so it shouldn't be too bad. Okay, what's it like inside this thing? A very generic 70s interior. Right. Okay, this is slightly madder than I'd hoped for A class. I think part of the problem was that the tyres we could get weren't actually that wide, so I don't think we might struggle to make one of these handle well. We put lots of power in it, but in terms of making it handle, we might have a difficult time, I don't know. I would imagine the kind of class you'd want it is maybe B class, because once you get into A you need a bit more grip than that. Maybe if it was all-wheel drive swapped, it would be alright. But I imagine it would make a reasonable B-class car. I'd probably upgrade it a little bit much. So, what better thing to do than upgrade it even more? I mean, if it slides about a little bit and is slightly uncontrollable, we might as well go straight back to Anne House and make it even more undrivable, mightn't it? That is the logical thing to do at this point. So, let's straight away put the quad rotor in. It's immediately S1 class. We probably should really have all-wheel drive, otherwise we're going to crash a lot, but it's fine. Alright, as stupid as that looks, I'm going to put that on. Sure, I mean, it's the classic Forza era. It's slightly better than the other style. That's all fine. Already did all of this, already did all of this, already did all of this, already did all of this. Right. Already did brakes and suspension. We didn't do these bits. Roll cage doesn't necessarily help all that much in Forza, but we're going to do it anyway. And then we can do that. So 879, I think, is as high as you're going to get it with the quad rotor, unfortunately. I mean, unfortunately, it's still ridiculously fast. Okay, now let's put on that rather nice paint I found and see what our completely insane build is like. So we now have 718 horsepower, and an Apollo's just arrived. And no more grip, really, because we'd already put the biggest, grippiest tyres we could put on it, and yeah, that means that's going to happen a lot. Let's see how fast we can actually get this. That might be an idea, which means going to the motorway, which means going through a tunnel. As cool as this livery is, I think I prefer the green, even though it's a bit of a mad colour. It's cool that it's a factory option. Don't know how accurate that is. Forza's colours are sometimes a bit off, but it's definitely a quad rotor. You can hear that. Oh. That's also a crash. Oh, signpost. Let's go. How fast is this? Tunnel. It's not very fast if you do that. Well, it made more sense to be on the other side of the road, although I know you can get slightly more speed out of this side if you don't have anything. Well, there's 200. No doubt I could go faster with a proper tune, but we're going to 214, 215. I mean, that's not bad, is it, for a not brilliant run. 216. So no doubt I could do 220, potentially even 230 with a good tune on it, maybe with a different engine even. Don't know what the turbo rally would be like. Don't really care, because I wanted to try out the quad rotor. Yeah, it's a fun little thing. It's cool to have another rotary engine. So they are quite unique. Although there's a few rotary engine Mazdas in here, and there'll be another one soon with the Cosmo, which I can't wait to test out. But yeah, it's cool that this has returned. It's been absent from Horizon too long, but not much reason, because it's in motorsport, and yeah, as with a lot of these cars, why wasn't it here from launch? But yeah, it's here now, and it means you can put a big quad rotor in it and do that. Who doesn't want to do that? Yes, definitely go and get it. Although it is a 50% car, which is slightly irritating. But anyway, that is a first look at the Mazda RX-3. And I think it is next week that I'll be back looking at the next... Well, I think it's the other rotary car, the Cosmo, next week. So, yeah, I'll be back same time next week to test out the Cosmo, which luckily is available for doing one seasonal event, which is much easier. I have, of course, already driven it in Rivals to unlock this, so that was kind of interesting, but I've already driven it in Horizon 3, so it's nothing new, but yeah, we'll be testing out that same time next week. That is going to do it for today's video, taking a look at the brand new, that's not brand new, RX-3 that's just been added to Forza Horizon 4. Really cool little thing with a mad engine swap, so yeah, definitely go and get this thing if you haven't already. But yeah, that is going to be all for today's video, so thank you very much for watching, and I will be back with the next video very soon.